Hello. During the 2024 United States presidential election cycle, the Party for Socialism and Liberation is running Claudia De la Cruz and Karina Garcia for President and Vice President of the United States, respectively. And the theme of their campaign is End Capitalism Before It Ends Us. End Capitalism Before It Ends Us. And before it ends us refers to, of course, the effects of climate change and the danger of nuclear war. So in this short video, I want to address a section of their platform that called Why We Need to Build a Socialist Movement. Quote, every issue dealt with in this platform and every injustice working people experience in society boils down to the question of who has power. Under the current capitalist system, a tiny handful of ultra-wealthy bankers and corporate executives have the power and will to do anything to maintain it. We stand for socialism, a system where poor and working people hold political and economic power and use it to meet the needs of all people and to preserve the planet. So many problems could be solved by measures that are common sense to any worker, but are unthinkable under the rule of the billionaires, end quote. Quote, humanity is hurtling off the tracks towards massive existential crisis, climate catastrophe, massive job losses due to unmanaged artificial intelligence, and war between the US and other nuclear-armed powers. The capitalist government has no answers to this crisis and is in fact driving them forward, acting as a servant for the big bankers, big tech, big oil, and the military-industrial complex. In every crisis that the people face, whether it's hurricanes, wildfires, or pandemics, the government has proven itself to be totally inept and to only care about profit. They can't steer us away from crisis. They are part of them, end quote. Quote, the government made concessions in 2020 to prevent the system from collapsing, which actually helped people, a moratorium on all evictions and utilities shutoffs, suspended student debt payments, expanded Medicaid, expanded unemployment assistance, and stimulus checks, among other things. But instead of extending these measures, it rushed to immediately eliminate them, and now housing, public health, and debt are in even worse shape than before. 58% of the country is living paycheck to paycheck. The cost of everything has skyrocketed, and the 10 richest men have doubled their fortunes. But both parties are saying that nothing can be done, that this is just how the economy works, end quote. Quote, that is a lie. The resources exist to resolve the problems humanity faces. The only things that stand in the way are the politicians that manage affairs for the billionaires who generate super profits from workers all over the globe, end quote. Quote, instead of a tiny clique of billionaires and hedge funds running and deciding everything, the diverse working class needs to control the commanding heights of the economy and come up with long-term plans to get out of the mess they created. Only a revolution, not an election, can end the rule of the billionaires once and for all, but this program shows how we can get started, end quote. So it says, support our campaign, right? And obviously, I just want to make the disclaimer here, I am not a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. I am simply a follower of their work, and I've been following the work of the Party for Socialism and Liberation since 2012. And in fact, in 2012, I was an online volunteer with Party for Socialism and Liberation. I never supported Barack Obama. Okay, in 2008, I supported Ralph Nader, and in 2012, I supported the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Okay, I have never supported Barack Obama. I never did. I never fell for I was never bamboozled by Barack Obama. And in 2016, I supported Jill Stein. And then in 2020, I boycotted the election. But in 2024, I am supporting again Party for Socialism and Liberation as an online volunteer. And that's what I do. I mean, I've been an online volunteer for Ralph Nader, in 2004 and in 2008. In 2012, it was Party for Socialism and Liberation. In 2016, Jill Stein, and in 2024, Party for Socialism and Liberation again. So I have never, ever, ever endorsed or supported the Democrat Party, ever, because I don't. Once I moved to Europe in April of 1999, I decided, that I was going to become. I just follow the premise of primitive Marxism. Um, Advocates of scientific socialism do not vote in capitalist elections. Nevertheless, V.I. Lenin, in his consideration of capitalist elections, said that in capitalist elections, Marxists participate in order to agitate against capitalism. So when revolutionary socialists, Marxists, communists participate in capitalist elections, they campaign against capitalism. Online volunteering on social media for PSL. Hopefully, if one or two people vote for PSL as a result of my efforts, I'm satisfied. If you're a person who supports, the Party for Socialism and Liberation could use all the help it can get online. By all means, go make a video or two saying, why the reasons I like the Party for Socialism and Liberation, and put it on your social media and let people know. That could help their campaign a lot. Just make sure that you stick to their political program, right? Read their political program, and then the parts of the political program that you agree with, make a video and put it on social media saying, I agree with this part of the Party for Socialism and Liberation, or I agree with all of it, or some of it, or whatever, but this is what I agree with, and that would help them, okay? And I want to make one final appeal, and I don't want to belabor the point, because in every one of these videos in this series, I have made this appeal, but I'm going to make it again. I want to make sure it is very perfectly clear. If you are a person who demonstrated for Palestine in the closing months of 2023 and the early months of 2024, if you are a person who took to the streets in the United States, waved the Palestinian flag and chanted, "Free Palestine, ceasefire now, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free." If you are such a person, I appeal to you to boycott the Democrat Party in 2024, okay? Genocide Joe Biden, Genocide Joe does not deserve your vote, because Genocide Joe fully endorses and supports the terror war of the Israeli state against the Palestinians. Joe Biden endorses 100% the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians and the mass murder of Palestinians by the IDF. So he does not deserve your vote. If you march for Palestine in 2023, Joe Biden does not deserve your vote. I urge you instead to vote for the Party for Socialism and Liberation, Claudia De la Cruz and Karina Garcia. If they're not on the ballot, write them in. But do not vote for the Democrat Party. Boycott the Democrat Party. Not only do not vote for Joe Biden, do not vote for any Democrat whatsoever down ballot. Not for state races, not for local races, not for congressional races. Ignore the Democrat Party in 2024. Boycott them. Do not vote for them. By all means, vote against reactionary citizen initiatives and vote for progressive citizen initiatives while writing in or voting for the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Otherwise, ignore the Democrat Party. Boycott them. Do not vote for them. Do not acknowledge them. Pretend that the Democrat Party is not on the ballot, okay? And then vote for PSL, okay? That is the appeal I want to make to you. If you are a person who marched for Palestine in the United States, if you are a person who marched for Palestine in the United States, Joe Biden and the Democrat Party do not deserve your vote. Boycott them. Okay? Bye.